Hi there, welcome to another tea and herbal wisdom with Sue. Today's herbal tea is our stress buster powder, and I use it when I've got high anxiety. I'm not highly anxious at the moment, but it is a very good tea to present in here, and it's got a lot of herbal wisdom to it. The herbs are slightly bitter, so you do add a little bit of honey. Not much, you don't need much. I normally put about half a teaspoon. It doesn't put you to sleep. It doesn't make you non-functioning. If anything, it just calms you down enough to be able to then use your brain and allow your brain to kick in and do its job. So before getting into the herbal wisdom of the day, please can I ask that you like this video, give it a thumbs up for us please, subscribe to our channel and you will get all our videos, and if you hit the notification bell and press it to all, then you'll be notified as soon as a new video comes onto the channel. Thank you. So now on with the video. Today we are making herbal Oxymel. And Oxymel is vinegar and honey mixed with a herb. Also, it's perfect for making at home. These don't last long. You're not going to find them in Discount. You're not going to find them in a health shop. It's advisable to make your own. They are brilliant for coughs. If you've got even if you've got like bronchial issues. It helps relieve all the congestion, and it also helps soothe the throat. Honey by itself is a throat soother. My friend taught me that a teaspoon of honey, when you've got that nagging, scratchy cough, just put a teaspoon of honey in your mouth, allow it just to melt a little bit, and then slowly swallow it, and it will soothe the throat and the tickle will subside. As we said before, the vinegar is an antibacterial, antimicrobial, so that also helps with any little bugs that could be hanging around. And then of course the thyme is also antibacterial and antimicrobial, and is used for sinuses, bronchitis, even when it comes to asthma, because it does help. It is slightly expectorant and can remove some of the mucus that's hanging around and closing up your chest. By the way, stress buster is also good for asthma, especially if your asthma comes on when you are stressed. So that just helps calm you down, and therefore can, in some cases, calm down the asthma. The asthma, that's right. Okay, so combination of honey, vinegar and thyme is very soothing for a sore throat and for a persistent cough. Fantastic to have around the house, not only in winter but also change of season. And then of course summer's come along, and don't think we are immune to having colds and coughs in summer. There's always something, so it's a good one to have around. I usually take 1 teaspoon and just half a glass of water. And it's only half a glass of water because it's for a cough. So I want it to be a little bit stronger, but the water will of course stop it from causing any issue with the enamel on your teeth. And I do mention that a lot because our enamel, we need to protect it. So straight on with how we make a Oxymel. Make sure you have a sterilized bottle. How do I sterilize bottles? Wash it with hot water, rinse it out well, and then I put it in the oven, and it just dries at 100 degrees, which would kill any other bacteria that might be lying around. So there we have our sterilized bottle. Now into this Oxymel we are going to put just 1/4 cup. Now I don't have a 1/4 cup measure. I used to have, quarter cup measure is about, I think it's 60 ml, so I'm just putting 4 tablespoons of the thyme. And let's just shake and wiggle that about. That lovely noise also gets rid of a little bit of frustration. I quite enjoy it. Then we're going to add 1/8 of a cup of honey, which is 2 tablespoons. I've got a squeezy bottle for convenience, but please, you are going to use the honey that suits you better. We all have our favorite. This is not my favorite. This one is for convenience, and it's because I'm doing medicine and I do it often for various friends of mine. So, yeah, you make it fit your pocket. That is another thing. A lot of our stuff can get expensive because it's natural and hasn't got all the preservatives in it. So sometimes we just need to find the most cost-effective, but still the most healthy within that cost-effectiveness. All right, let's put that somewhere where it's not going to cause any damage. To that, we now add 3/4 of a cup of our vinegar, apple cider vinegar. Again, it's the unfiltered. I shouldn't say again, because you might just be watching this video. So let's just say it's unfiltered apple cider vinegar. You can use more expensive if you like, which is fine, but apple cider vinegar does the trick as long as it's unfiltered. The filtered doesn't have the same medicinal properties. This here is half a cup. This is 1/4 of a cup, which then makes it 3/4 of a cup. Yes. Now we have to give it a very good shake to get that honey all dissolved and mixed in. You'll see the honey normally sits on the bottom. And vinegar oxidizes and can corrode the metal top. So we put wax paper between the bottle and the cap. You don't need to open this bottle. All right, my scissors. Oh, not here, so it doesn't matter. Oh, thanks, Lokanda. Thank you so much. All right, we just cut this to make it more convenient for when we are working. Nokwanda is our intern, and she's amazing. She does a lot of work, and she's just so keen to learn all about the business. So you see it gets a bit stuck, so we need to just shake it until all the honey is shooken up. Give it a good shake. Really, we want that honey to do its job. And then we have to label. Whatever we make, we label. We put on it what's inside, and we also put on the date, because this is now going to sit for 2 weeks. 2 weeks is just make sure it's enough time for all the goodness that's in the herbs to be mixed in with the vinegar and the honey. Okay. Of course, we have one ready with our Thyme Oxymel already written on. And here is our 2-week-old Oxymel. Look at that. That it gives more, it takes more out of the herb. And so it's just a more muddied look to it. Remember, I keep saying remember, I apologize. We're going to put our muslin cloth into the funnel to catch all the herb. I wonder if I can show you at the same time. Can you see inside there? I'm just going to lift it up a bit. Okay, so you can see as I'm pouring. Make sure that all the herbs go in as well. Okay. And then take the corners of your muslin cloth. Look at that medicine. So good. And you're going to squeeze. I've never milked a cow, but I presume this is what it feels like. There we go. And so we have our Oxymel. You can also just call it your cough mixture. That works as well. Let me show you. Got my glass. I suppose not even half a glass. I'd say there's probably a quarter of a glass of water. And, oh, nice. I've still got honey on here. That's an added bonus. Just going to put a tablespoon of the Oxymel. It is stronger, and remember, apple cider vinegar is very strong, so it's not as if it's a extremely sweet medicine, but it definitely does do its job. Cheers. I would finish it off. Now, again, it's still a vinegar, it's still corrosive, so I still put my wax paper before putting my lid. Okay. I keep my vinegar medicines in the fridge, and I do this just because it's been mixed with herbs, which can give it gives it a shelf life. The vinegar and honey will make it last a long time. In the fridge it can last up to 2 years, but it's not going to. You will find that you will use it before then. So, there we go. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video.